Hi Target students, this is Mrs. Griffin, and I am here to tell you about the final steps in your COVID-19 time capsule. Last week you completed the first part of this packet that we sent you, and this week I'll be explaining the rest of the packet and how to prepare your time capsule for being hidden or buried. The next page in your packet is all about your family's handprints. You are going to trace your handprint and the handprint of all of your family members and then color them in different colors so that you can see how your handprint has grown between now and your senior year of high school. You're also going to document how you celebrate special occasions during this time. You'll write the event that you celebrated, the date, and how you celebrated. We've all had to celebrate things a little differently because of the quarantine. So this will be a fun way to look back and see the different ways that we have found to celebrate special occasions. Next, you're going to interview your parents. You're going to ask them things like, how are you finding homeschooling? How many days have you been in quarantine? What activities and hobbies have you been doing? So this will be more documentation so you can look back and see what life was like during this kind of strange time. You are going to write a letter to yourself. You won't be opening this time capsule until your senior year of high school, which is 2027, 7 years from now. So write a letter to yourself, telling yourself all the things about your experiences during this quarantine time, and that will be an interesting way to look back and remember this time, kind of like a diary. And finally, you're going to ask your parents to write a letter to you that you can include in the time capsule. You're just finishing up 5th grade now, so you'll be able to look back in 7 years and see how your parents saw things when you were in 5th grade. All right, so one of the main reasons that people create time capsules is to preserve ideas, knowledge, and memories. You've all worked really hard creating and gathering materials to store in your time capsule, and we know that you'll be excited to discover these treasures again when your high school graduation arrives in 2027. Let's make sure that your time capsule actually protects the precious memories that it contains. The more care you take in packing and sealing your items, the happier you'll be when it comes time to open them and explore them in 7 years. If you decide to bury your time capsule outside, please ask your parents to help you find a metal or plastic container that is airtight. It being airtight will help protect all of the contents and not let it leak or get damaged by the weather and elements. If you decide to bury your time capsule indoors, that might help protect it a little better, but your family can decide where the best place is. Some places indoors that might be good places to hide your time capsule are on a bookshelf. You could even leave it on display on a shelf somewhere as a conversation piece. You could put it under your bed, in a storage area of your home, in a heated or air-conditioned closet or room. Even in your basement would be okay, or an empty drawer. Always store it in a cool, dry place with temperature between 50 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit to keep it in the best condition possible. I would not recommend storing your time capsule in the attic. It gets way too hot in the summers in Georgia, and it might not last very long up there. We hope that you've enjoyed this project. Just think of how much fun it will be to open your time capsule when you're a senior in high school and get a glimpse of your own past. This is actually a primary source document that you are creating, so it will be valuable in the future for you to share with your kids and your grandkids. Well, That's all for Time Capsule. We hope you had fun with it, and we look forward to seeing you on Zoom in class this week. Hope you have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.